Hi everyone, it's BB Echo and Mrs. Holbrook, and look, a whole bunch of words on this screen. We're going to go a little bit in reverse today. We're going to start by reading all the words, then we'll go into our warm-up. All right, so let's jump right in. Here's what we'll do. I want you to look closely at all these words. What do you notice that they have in common? All of these ones have a glued sound. Very good. Here's the glued sound. When I highlight it, can you just read me the glued sound? An. An. Good. Try to beat me or read it with me. Am. An. Ram. An. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Now we're going to go back and try to read the whole words. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the first part and then the second part. So all of these words have two parts. They have a beginning sound and a glued sound. Here we go. You can tap it as I point underneath it. An. Tan. You tap it. Word. Ban. Am. Pam. Good. Try this one on your own. Fan. Very good. Try this one. Ram. Could be an animal, or you could ram into somebody. Noisy TH. An. Word. Van. Look it, this is just a glued sound on its own. Am. I am proud of you. Keep it up. Let's try this one. It's a person's name. An. Word. Nan. Word. Sam. Word. Van. And try one more. Jam. Very good. I'm going to show you one more row of words now. What kind of things do you notice in this row? Digraphs. How many digraphs can you count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Anything else you notice? A bonus letter. One word with a bonus letter. Love you, bonus letters. Okay, let's try to read these words. Let's tap them out. Ch-I-L. Word. Chill. Tap out the next one. Thick. Wax. And you notice sometimes I tap in my head and just say the whole word. Try that. See if you're ready to try that. Whip. Nice job with all those words, my friends. Okay, like I said, we're going in reverse. So now let's just look at a few of these newer sounds to practice. Repeat after me. AM, ham, am. AN, fan, an. And one more glued sound I want to show you. ALL, ball, all. Great job. And now let's try some trick words. Or for. Try to read them before me. We, he, she, be, me. And. As, has. The. Of. They. I. You, your. Said. Was. One. Have. From. Awesome job. Knowing those trick words automatically will help you with your reading and your writing. They're words that we use all the time and we see all the time. Okay. We need to play a little bit of a game now. So hopefully you're somewhere where you can stand and sit. And here's what you're going to do. I'm going to say a word, and if you hear a glued sound, you're going to stand up. If you don't hear a glued sound in the word, you're going to sit. So we'll tap the words out, and when you hear the glued sound, we're going to stand up. Here we go. Repeat after me. Cup. Let's tap it. K-up. No glued sound, so we didn't stand up. Let's try the next one. Hall. H-ball. Did everybody stand for that glued sound? Don't forget to glue those fingers together to make that tap. 3 letters, because all has 3 letters, so 3 fingers. Repeat after me. Kiss. K-I-S. No glued sound. Repeat after me. Jam. J-am. Stand up, sit down. Good job. One more. Fan. And glued sound. All right. Now that our bodies are all loose, we are going to do some dictation on paper. So grab some paper. You should have your paper that looks like this. Okay, if you don't have this paper, you can use any paper, or you can use your whiteboard if you need to, but usually your teacher gives you this paper. Okay, so if you notice, we'll be doing sounds, review words, words that we're working on now, some trick words, and some sentences. This is a lot of work and a lot of brain power, so we really have to use our brains. Take our time. Okay, repeat after me. We'll start with a sound. I. I. Write the letter that says I. I. Number 2. K. Write all the ways to do K. There's 3 of them. Nice job. And number 3. Am. Write the letters that say am. Okay, check your sounds with mine. I says I, CK and CK all say K. I put commas. These are called little commas in between each one to show they're different. And then am is AM. If you need to fix any of your answers, you should do that now. Okay, let's go down to this next line, and we'll be doing 2 words that are review. Repeat after me. Lick. Do you like to lick ice cream? I do. Yummy. Let's tap out lick and write it. L-I-K. Spell it. L-I-K. Write it. Remember that the L and the K are skyline letters. They should both start way up on the skyline. And underline the digraph. Check it with mine. Lick. And remember, it was CK because it's at the end of the word, right after the short I. Okay, review word number 2. Repeat after me. Mess. What a mess. Tap it. M-S. Spell it. Write it. Put a star on the bonus letter. And when you're ready to check it with mine, check it out. Let's read our words. Lick, mess. Make sure they're just like mine. Fix them up if you need to. Okay, ready for the next word? Repeat after me. Van. I drive a van. Let's tap out van. V-an. Spell it. Write it. V-an. If you need to look up here to help you with sounds, or in your notebook to remember which one says an, you can. And then please box in the glued sound. And check it with mine. V-A-N. Van. Great job. Let's do one more. Repeat after me. Sam. Tap it. S-am. Spell it. and write it. And don't forget, Sam is a person's name, so we start names with an uppercase. Sam. And box in that glued sound. Check yours to mine, and let's read all of our words. Lick, mess, van, Sam. Awesome. We're going to come down and do 2 trick words. The first one, repeat after me. From. And you can look in your notebook. Remember, we put these in under trick words. There's only one tricky part in from. And number 2, have. Great job. Check yours to mine. From, have. And we're going to end with one sentence. Repeat after me. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Let's count the words. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Holy moly, we have 9 words in this sentence. Let me draw some lines to help you. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? I couldn't even fit mine. I had to go down below. And I'm going to put a question mark because this is a question. We're wondering if he has the rash. Let's look at all of our trick words. Does is a trick word. Sam you can tap out. Have is a trick word. Is a trick word. Rash you can tap out. A bad rash. On, and then his is a trick word. Okay, pause right on this screen right here to help you with the sentence. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Okay, if you're back, I want you to point and read each word that you wrote. Make sure you got them all. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Okay, next, check for uppercase. You should have 2 words with uppercase. The beginning of the sentence, the D for does, and the S for Sam. Because he or she is a person. Sam can be name of any pronoun. Okay, it should look like that. Uppercase and the question mark at the end. Let's check our other trick words. Have. That one we just put in our notebook the other day. You should check that. And then we have and his. All of those words are in your notebook, so check them. And then check with mine to double make sure. Okay, now why don't you go ahead, pause if you need to, tap out what you wrote for bad rash on and leg. And fix anything if you need to. B starts in the skyline, goes down, up and around, and then D starts on the plane line, and then it goes up. Rash, ash, on, egg, leg. Okay, there's our whole sentence. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Once it looks perfect, we can scoop it. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Read it with me smoothly. Does Sam have a bad rash on his leg? Nice job, guys. You worked so hard on this. Take your hand and give yourself a nice pat on the back. And before you put it away, I want you to read everything that you wrote to really help practice with your brain. Read it one time, and then you're done for today. Great job.